Hello and welcome to What Next Gen X Gaming. Week 20, Silverlinks 35 here. Super Bowl's going on right now. They're getting to halftime. Bucks are up by 8 points, I believe. I'm getting ready to review a couple games from this last week, add a couple for playing this week, and then we'll put a couple more on the queue here. First up this week, we played 60 Parsecs. That was a little different. It was different than I expected. The game really kind of sells on the first part of the game where you're grabbing all the resources and throwing them in the hatch, and then you got 60 seconds to do it, to go 60 parsecs for it. But really the game turned into a lot of what happened afterwards. It was really 60 seconds of gathering stuff and then 50 minutes of kind of your response to that and how you survive. Actually pretty interesting, just a lot different than I expected. I'm giving it a 3. Definitely something I plan on trying a little bit more just to kind of see the different things that you can do. I really expected a lot more in the gathering part, but it was still kind of fun and fairly entertaining as far as the humor goes. Second game we did was Curious Expedition. This is one I've tried a couple times. This is like the third time I put it on my hard drive and then gave it a try. It's it's a roguelike where you kind of build on the previous missions, and then if you end up dying, that's kind of the end of the game. And I don't know if it has a legacy so that you build on the last one. The insanity part of this one, when you're traveling, really was the part that kind of wore me out a little bit. As you move, your insanity increases. When you get down to 0, bad things happen. You cure that by camping and eating chocolate. And I'm wondering if it isn't the matter of that when I'm playing it, I'm rushing too much when you could be just kind of taking your time through it. I don't know. Either way, it's still one that's curious for me. I call it probably a 2+ is one that I found entertaining and could see myself coming back to at some point, but I'm not in any rush for that. This week on Wednesday with Twitch, we're going to be doing Northgard. That's one that's a village builder we've kind of looked at a little bit before, so we'll get back to that one. Thursday, we're doing Next Up Hero. That's a kind of a dungeon one where I believe you have teams that you're taking into, well, not a team, but a team of individuals that go in and do it. I remember it being kind of entertaining, kind of a very action-y title. So we'll check that one out on on Thursday. Added to the queue this week is going to be Plunge, jumping over to Steam. It's time to take the plunge. Enter the adventures of Billy, the billionth prisoner who longs to find freedom on the other side. Dodge, dash, and defeat a wide variety of guards, creatures, and other worldly beings bent on preventing Billy's passage in this exciting turn-based dungeon plunger. Has a very positive rating. This was released August of 2019. It looks like a game that I'd played, or a couple of games I've actually played previously on iOS, where the dungeon kind of reveals itself block by block, block by block as you explore it. So I'm curious about this one. I generally kind of like those ones. They don't have a whole lot of depth, but this one maybe does as a PC game. Next game we're putting on the queue is Neurovoider. Jumping over to Steam. Neurovoider is a twin-stick shooter RPG set in a cyber-futuristic world about brains shooting around evil robots with nuclear rocket launchers. I'm going to read that again because that didn't seem right. Neurovoider is a twin-stick shooter RPG set in a cyber-futuristic world about brains shooting around evil robots with nuclear rocket launchers. There it is. Battle through the horde of vigilant robots, boost your character with the smoking remains of your victims, and defeat the Master Neurovoider. Has a mostly positive rating. This was released August 31st of 2016. Don't know anything about either of these games, so we'll see how that goes. Join us this week. Wednesday we're going to do Northgard, and Thursday we're going to jump over and do Next Up Hero. So enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody. I'm not particularly pulling for anybody now that my Seahawks are out. And we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.